And the last news that I'll touch upon very briefly is this one, which is not anything to do with the Black Lives Matter movement, but with Adam Savage from Mythbusters. Now, I did share my opinion on this, but on Discord, on my server, but I never made a video about it. Now, this is just stupendous. It's not stupendous. It's stupid. It's unbelievably stupid. Adam Savage of Mythbusters allegedly raped sister as a kid. Semicolon lawsuit. Well, not semicolon. Lawsuit. All right. Now, I want you to pay attention to this, because this is fucking... You can't invent something this stupid. Former Mythbusters co-host Adam Savage allegedly sexually abused his younger sister for years while calling himself the raping blob during the 1970s, the woman says, the sister, in a lawsuit filed on Tuesday. And you're gonna ask, Tuesday, what year? This one, 2020, this year. Now, let's keep reading. Miranda Paciana, I think I read that right, 51, claims the abuse happened happened when she was between 7 and 10 years old, when the siblings lived in Sleepy Hollow, New York. Beginning in I gotta throw this voice. Beginning in about 1976 and then continue... No, this is the lawyer. Beginning in about 1976 and continuing until approximately 1979, Adam Savage would repeatedly rape Miranda Paciana and force oral sex upon her, and force Miranda to perform oral sex on him, along with other forms of sexual abuse, says her lawsuit filed in Westchester Supreme Court. The suit said Savage, who was between 9 and 12 years old at the time, would prevent Paciana from leaving the bed and anally rape her. He allegedly nicknamed himself the raping blob while masking the abuse as a game, according to the complaint. Do I need to go on? Not only did Adam Savage himself said before that Miranda Paciana makes stuff up, including about her own family. Kind of like an attention seeker. Not only that, but also, I will get to that, Adi. I will get to that. But also, this happened in 1976, between 1976 and 1979. The article also says that Adam himself was between 9 and 12, because that's the year. He was born in 1957. He was... if I remember correctly, he was between 9 and 12 years old. Now, I'm not defending this kind of behavior, but I'm attacking the lawsuit itself. It's stupid. How does it make sense? This happened 40, 50 years ago, and now you come out with it? Obviously, if this happened, it is very awful. But taking into account that Adam already said way before this lawsuit happened, that Miranda attacks her own family and just makes stuff up. We already have that. And now this. And I'm not a fan of the Mythbusters. I'm not. I mean, I've watched some episodes, but I wouldn't call myself a fan. I hardly know Adam Savage. That's true as well. But since this is in the public space, share opinions. Give. Why the fuck would you make a lawsuit now instead of making it in the 90s? The 90s might be late as well. But why now? In 2020, now of all times, you file a lawsuit against your brother, which brother was also a minor. How is it gonna work? My reasoning was, man, if this lawsuit is allowed, not even if he's found guilty or not, if he's allowed in the first place, if it's allowed in the first place, what the fuck is to stop anyone from filing a class action lawsuit? Well, I might be using those words wrong. What's anyone to stop from filing a lawsuit to sue Germany over World War II reparations? And you might argue, like Editas did, well, World War II, they're still indebted. They're still paying reparations for that. They just finished, like a few years ago, they just finished paying World War I reparations. And they're still paying the World War II one. Now, I'm not saying I would sue Germany over World War II and the Holocaust, But that's the precedent. And you might say, it's not the precedent. I mean, this is part of the under the New York Victims Child Act. Law is law. That's hard. That's miserably put. But this just sets a precedent. Honestly. And the time that a lot of people have been physically abused, either by siblings, parents, or other colleagues in school, what's to stop them? You're not going to solve anything. If this is allowed, it's going to be a clusterfuck. If this is going to be allowed, it's a clusterfuck of a lawsuit. It's stupid. It's idiotic. It's moronic. Let's see what Addy, the only viewer right now. Wow, 2 kids, brother and sisters in about the same age, make sex because they want it. Wow, I see no harm in it. Maybe it's someone make them do it. Or maybe if someone recorded. If nothing of such sort happened, there's nothing to say. There have been comments on Twitter as well saying, how can you follow this up? It's her word against his. Second, if it's true, how did Adam learn the behavior in the first place? He's 9 years old. Fucking 9 years old. Where did he learn it? Maybe he didn't learn it. Maybe it just came by instinct. Instinct. That can actually happen. But until they actually can prove it in a study, nobody's going to believe that. Oh, the idea just came to him. It was instinct. Nobody's going to believe that. That also helps him prove his innocence. Kind of. It's not proven yet. 12 years old, you might say he might have raped her. How the fuck are you gonna follow that? She's 51 years old, for fuck's sakes. That happened in the 70s. How are you gonna prove it? How? That means that I can sue anyone over calling me a mean name. If she wins this lawsuit, I'll move into the States and I'll just sue anyone from Romania over calling me this or that. Why not? I've been called a fag. Am I a fag? No, I'm not gay. I'm not. But you slandered my name. I'll sue you for slander. United States of America, man. The land of civil rights and civil lawsuits that make no fucking sense. Make no fucking sense. Dude, this escapes dream logic. This escapes dream logic. You could have the most fucked up bad trip LSD dream or mushroom dream, and it wouldn't get as crazy as this. This beats fiction. Reality beats fiction. It's something that I always say. This is the proof. This is the fucking proof. It's stupid, man. It's stupid. I found the world of sex and nudity at the age of 5 to 6. There you go. Well, of course you could find it. Now that's not, you could find a Hustler or a Playboy magazine at the age of 5 or 6. That can most likely happen. But what if you're in a house with no pornographic sexualized material? Then it's like, where did you learn it? TV. What if you didn't have a TV? Of course, it's the 70s. They would have a TV. But I don't know. Is it TV? Could it be TV? Could it be from the parents? It could be from the parents. And then where does that responsibility shift? Does it shift to him that he did something that he saw daddy do to mommy when he was a kid and he decided to do it with his sister? And the sister said, I gotta correct you, Adi, on this one. The sister did say it was not consenting. Like, do you have any idea what consent is at that age anyway? A nudie VCR, but you still need a TV. It could be from the parents. It could be, but this is just stupid. It's a stupid lawsuit. If it's allowed to even be a thing, it can't be. Any judge, any prosecutor is fucking. It's goddamn idiot. If they would allow this, you can't follow up on it. You have no proof. She's 51 fucking years old. The events she describes have taken place when she was 13 years old, the max. How can you follow this up? 50 years. Almost 50 years of biological evidence gone, washed away. You can't. Jeez. You can't. By the way, let's do something else. Let's search when Hold on just a sec. I want to do something. Schizophrenia. Debut age. Let's see. Onset. Oh my god. Would you look at that? I found something that actually kind of proves my point. And it's from the United States, no less. NCBI. National Library of Medicine. The National Institutes of Health. Let's see schizophrenia. So she is old now, right? She's 51 years old. Schizophrenia with onset between ages 40-60 years old. New findings are presented in the context of the previous literature. All right, let's keep reading. Maybe this won't be enough for all of those, her feelings, but she got away. Yeah, no. Although schizophrenia most commonly presents early in life, at least 20% of patients have onset after the age of 40. At least 20% after the age of 40. Which means, contextually speaking, you could be 41 and it hits you. And you're part of that 20%. 20% is from the general population, from the general demography, is a lot. 20% is not a small number. I mean, it is a small if you think the world population. No, you gotta take into account where this study, what was the age group. Some have proposed that schizophrenia with onset between the ages of 40 and 60 is a distinct subtype of schizophrenia. Late onset schizophrenia loss. However, there has been debate regarding the importance of age of onset, and the term loss has not been incorporated into the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, which states late onset cases can meet the diagnosis criteria for schizophrenia, but it is not yet clear whether this is the same condition as schizophrenia diagnosed prior to midlife. Suffice to say, I think she's schizophrenic. I think she's crazy. I think she imagined the whole thing up, but not that she wanted to imagine the whole thing up. She has no control over it. I think she's schizophrenic. I think she is crazy, clinically. I do have a case in my, let's say distant family, because I haven't seen him. He's still alive. And he's schizophrenic. And, well, close to schizophrenic? Or a relative to schizophrenia? I would say it's full-blown schizophrenia. He's crazy, dude. The stories I've heard that the police, and by the way, he's from Germany. The police beat him. Or his wife, his own wife, beat him and abused him, which is complete bullshit. And the story that schizophrenic patients can make are crazy. Crazy. You can't imagine the shit they make up. Either they make up for attention, or the schizophrenia made them make it up for attention, or the schizophrenia made them believe it. Okay, imagine this. You, or at his age, you sleep, you wake up in the middle of the night and hear someone knocking at the wall in the parents' room, and you try to sneak a peek inside, and you see your mom and dad humping, and you start thinking, what is that? And maybe you get the chance to see it all to the end of the act and see that your body has a plug that is made to get inside of the socket that girls have your plug. Yeah, maybe you think that as a kid, the vagina is a plug, and the kid has something that can plug up the vagina. But it's still child logic. We're not kids anymore. Who knows what a kid can think? And who's gonna scar a kid to find out? One kid? Who's gonna scar 10 kids to find out what they're thinking if they see a sexual act in progress? Who's gonna do it? Nah, man. So I think she's schizophrenic. That's about it.